Hey guys, welcome back to Bus Sock Garage. Well, we're sitting inside Gator here. We're about to tear the dash back out of it again. We're going to add some wiring. We're going to add a push button instead of a toggle button. We're going to change up our toggle switches from orange to green. Just some detail stuff. So now we got to tear it apart. And then we're going to hook up our fans to the ECM while we're in here. I got the schematic and already figured out what wires are what for the PSI harness. So all we got to do is disconnect them off the toggle and run them over the fans. So, let me turn around here and show you what we're doing. Alright. We're going to take all this out. I'm going to take this off the column. And the light switch underneath. We're going to unbolt it there. Unbolt the horn button here. And we're going to unscrew the toggle switch here. We're going to pull this whole panel out and unplug it. Take it out. I need it over on the bench because we're going to drill holes. No. I got it switched. I bought this like little panel. Oh man, I'm handless. All right, now here we go. All right, I bought this little nightlight panel, the off-road brand, and it came with a toggle like this and a push button. And also came with an indicator light, which I think I'm going to turn it into my check engine light. I think I'm going to put it right here. So we got to drill a hole here. And then we're going to put, this is going to be my ignition source. This will feed power to my ECM and everything else. I think I'm going to tie the gauge ones into it too. The gauge power. So we don't have very many toggles over here. We'll have some that's empty. But I think we're going to put it here above the battery disconnect. And I think we'll put the push button right here. Right under Gator Don't Play No Shit. Oh, sorry. But I think we'll put it here. That way we can turn the batteries on, turn the ignition on, push the button, start it. And then this is the way it was, how you had to start it before. This thing was sticking. The only reason we're changing this, and to fill this out a little bit more, give some more look to it. Oh, other than that, but yeah. Got to tighten up our tack a little bit. It's been moving. And I think if I have time, we're going to recoat the dash pad while we're here. But I might not. We'll just have to see how far we get. Alright, we're going to do this one a little different today. I'm going to video me, but not what I'm doing. I mean, do I need to show you guys this? Or I'm just going to start ripping shit apart, what we're going to do. So, got the DeWalt side cuts. Speed wrench. Alright. That's all we need to disassemble. But I might want to do this while you guys, yeah. You know what I mean? Alright. before you guys see what's back here, some of this hackery was already here when I got it. Yes, they have cut the hell out of the main dash. Eventually I like to redo all this, but for now, this is what we're going with. Uh-oh. Can't remember. Same thing, I'll never run again now. Wash. Panel. Now you guys can kind of see in there. You see where they cut this up. The radio always been cut out, but it's just about every square body I've ever owned, except for maybe one. Alright guys, got it laid over here on the table. Get some drill bits. Went ahead and marked our hole here for the check engine light. Marked our holes here. I was able to use the toggle bracket for that hole and the nut for the indicator light for that hole. This one we had to use a socket the same size as the push button. And so now we're going to center punch and drill some holes in them. Going with the old eagle eye. Hey, if you guys know a good drill bit, comment below, let me know. Man, I've been drilling and hacking and cutting shit for years. I can never find a damn good drill bit. Christmas tree bits, I love them, but hell, they burn up too just as easy. I don't understand it. Don't understand it. I think I'm going the wrong way. I think I'm going crazy. I think that's going to be perfect. And right there. Beaut. What a beaut. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and clean up some of this here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, boy. Even though that's garbage, throw it back in the bay we need so next time I grab it, it's still shit. You know what I mean? Get my little ladybug sweeper. Alright. Lay her down here. The only one I haven't checked was this one. I'm assuming it was good. Well, hell no, it's not. Gosh. We're gonna fast bit it. That's what we're gonna do. I thought it was good. Hair bigger. It was the size of the taller one. There we go. Let's go ahead and put it in there. That's gonna be my check engine light. If it comes on, that means we got issues. All right. Tighten her up better here in a minute. After I find these brackets for these glow shift gauges. Them things fit in there nice and tight. I don't know why they just eventually started moving around now. So, yeah. So there's that. Now if I can remember which way this goes, I guess it really don't matter. I mean, we'll find out in a minute. Well, she's a little bit burred up. Gotta clean her up a little bit. Yes, use a razor blade to clean up my burrs. This is where it slips, cuts my wrist, bleed out here in the garage. There we go. It's got little set screws that holds this together. Pretty neat. There's that. Let's turn it a little bit. Put that right there. All right. We're just trucking right along, guys. Trucking right along. All right. Now, battery on. ECM gauges on. Start. Battery off. Now that thing came with this wee little panel, but why hide that nice aluminum? We don't need it. Might use it for another project, so we'll keep it for now. So let's figure out how the hell we're going to wire this up. But first, I need to find these gauge things, brackets, because the gauges are all over the place. Alright guys, well, the instructions don't really tell me a whole lot, so I'm a little confused on some of it. Alright guys. Had some video issues there last night, but working on finishing this push button start. I'll walk you through here in just a second and put this other wire on, which is not very good. I don't know why manufacturers use that cheap regular wire. I like copper wire better, but alright, so alright. Now, we was trying to figure this out yesterday. What was what. We was going by the instructions and everything. Well, what you need to do is just throw them damn instructions away, because it was confusing the fuck out of me. So it didn't make sense to me. So I just pulled out the old test light and we put power to her and we figured it out. Alright. As you can see here, kind of, sort of. Kind of got you guys in a weird angle. But here's our relay for this whole system. This is going to be our starter wire. This will go straight to your starter wire. I know these are red, but this is a ground. That's a ground stud for the battery disconnect. Guys, I write all this down. I ran out of black wire, so that's what we got. Now we got the black wire here on the relay running in to the ground on the bottom of the push button, and also grounded to the toggle. And then right here is going to be your main power feed, which this will hook to. I had it temporarily hooked here so we can see if it all works. But I already had the starter ran to 30 amp, I believe, fuse power wire. So we're going to run that 30 amp power wire here. And then we'll hook our starter up. That way we're fused and relayed on this panel. Nothing's catching fire, if you know what I mean. But power wire, when you turn the toggle on, it sends power to this, to the bottom of the push button. and to the top on number 3. And then this is just your signal that transfers over to your starter. But so we got our power wire, which is the red, for our 12 volt from the 30 amp fuse. Our black, which is our starter wire. I didn't show me extend them. I just extended them from the toggle switch. Guys, if you don't know how to extend a wire by now, I don't know what to tell you. But I might not even be doing it right. I don't know. You know, I've been doing it wrong for years. Hell if I know. So our starter wire will go here to the blue, and then this is our 30 amp power. We'll hook it here, which we're going to cut these short. We'll hook it here for power. Now, I also got my power lead for my ECM. Now, not really ECM, but this turns the relay box and fuse box on for the PSI harness. Now, I had to extend it a little bit. Yes, I used a butt connector, but it's under the dash. It is a solder connector, so we're going to have to tie this in here somewhere so it will kill the engine. And I think I could be able to just tie it in right here, but I don't know. It might have to be on this side, because when you hit the starter button, it might pulsate it on and off. I'm not sure, and it still might do that. I don't know, but I think we're gonna tie it in right here. I'm gonna take this apart, cut it. We'll put them both into one connector to plug in. So that's what we're getting ready to do, so we can get this done. I don't think we need that much wire. I think we need a little bit of it. But lay this one aside. And I accidentally got these two backwards, which I wrote it down too, so don't yeah. But we're gonna get this a little closer. We're gonna get all this down closer to where I'm not having a bunch of wires hanging on the dash. Cover it all up nice and short, and then I'll walk you through it all hooked up. It's just hard to record this in this tight space, but I'll show you here in a minute. As you can see, we got the battery disconnect on. We don't have power here. Alright, now I just need to double check, make sure we got power, which I accidentally got these two wires backwards, but I know what's what. My 30 amp fuse for the starter and stuff was supposed to be red, and right there you can see we got power to it. Alright, so let me get you back up here real quick. Let's see if you guys can see what I'm doing, possibly. We'll strip this. I always like to make sure before I make a perfect connection, good connection on especially starter stuff. You know, you don't want to hook this up, just hit a button, and then the next thing you know, you're in there with your wife in her office sitting with the truck. I mean, that's something you don't want. That's not good. You don't want to do that. So here's our power. Hook it to our power feed. Just temporary. Now should be able to turn this on. So our battery disconnect, and then down all this down here should light up, and it does. And I just heard the ECM panel kick on. So we know we're good there. Now our next step, while we're right here, we know this don't have no power on it. This is the starter wire. We're going to temporarily hook it up and just bump the starter and see if it kicks over. I can't start this right now because we got all the radiator hoses and stuff off of it. I mean, I can start it, but I haven't fully flushed it and drained it all the way out yet. So we can at least see if she's going to kick over. Alright, just bump it. like that. Take it off. Alright guys, we got to set back in here. Our light switch and horn button or turn signals ain't hooked back up. And these gauges ain't plugged back in. We got to pull this back out. We still got to run the check engine light right here, indicator, and we still got to run the fan wires. So I just kind of want to do this on a push button start and then show you how it works. Now I got to tighten this up a little bit. It's a little loose, but nothing was fully tightened because I was going to make sure it was all where it needed to be. So right here's our battery disconnect. Turn it on, feeds power to the whole truck. This truck does not have an inside harness or a factory fuse panel. I built all my stuff up underneath against the firewall behind the dash. The PSI harness has its own fuse box, but I had to make another fuse box that attaches to run the power to everything. So all this is made. You can see on my other videos where I did all of it. Kind of walked you through a little bit of it. Didn't show you all of it, but if you want me to, comment down below and I will. But here's our power wire. Just turn the PSI harness on, and then you can start it. Then this does not control any of this. Okay, this just controls ignition, computer, starter. So, and the only reason for that is because what I got going on over here. So we got to put the new toggles in. We got 3 of them labeled. These 2 ain't yet. Still got to add them. That one's accessories for all the USB plugs and stuff to turn my son's lights on, charge a phone, run the heater. And then this is the gauges. It'll turn all the gauges on. And this is the pump. Which for some reason it's not lighting up. It was just lighting up. Well, I'll be damned. I'll have to figure that out. It might just be this relay needs trip. That's what it was. I think. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. There it is. My bad. I was holding the phone all weird. It's got a little like circuit breaker trip there. So that's pump, gauges, accessories, and then we're gonna have 2 more. One's gonna be a fog light because we're gonna wire up some yellow fog lights on this eventually. I already got a harness and I already got powered all of this stuff and ground. So just gotta run the harness and save up some coin to be able to get lights. That's what we got so far. So I think it looks a little bit better this way, because before you're just using this toggle to start it, and this thing was sticking real bad. So I like it this way because then instead of using 4 switches to shut the engine off, it's just kill it. I like it. Gives it a little bit more better appearance, I'd say. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But alright guys, well that's it for now. That's how you install a push button. Now it might be different for some of you because this don't actually have factory harness like I said before. So I mean, if you guys got questions, just comment down below and let me know. I did use a red wire for a ground wire on the back of that converted over, but I keep a little notepad when I do wiring so I know what's what. I kind of do a little diagram and I write it down. And then I got the black starter wire and the red power wire backwards when I extended them. Didn't even know I did it. Shame on me. Shame on me. But you just write it down. Like I do a little schematic, write everything down on a little page, and I just put, so if I ever have to come back in here do anything. So our next step is to wire up our check engine light, And then our fans to our ECM. Our fans was on a toggle. Don't away with that. We're gonna have the ECM control it. So once we're done with that, I think we might pull the dash pad back out. I think we're gonna maybe cover it with something. You guys have to stay tuned and find out. But that's it for now on Old Gator. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Appreciate it, guys. Oh, real quick. It don't look like it over there because I made a hell of a mess, but we reorganized the shop and made some more room. Floor room, that is. We got rid of a bunch of stuff. There used to be a big old metal thing here. You guys will see in my other videos. We went through and redid all the cabinets, everything. Gotta make some more room. Danielle has to come back in here, and my wife's car needs in here when the weather's bad. So, yeah, gotta keep the wife happy. Remember, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe. See you later.